Let's finish the lure I started. This is a 3D printed. You can see about what size it is. I was originally intending on making this a Boilermaker, but I changed my mind. I'm going to make it something different. I'm looking for something different, something that's going to move slow. So I've already done the 3D printing process on this, so there's no need to go over that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of wire that's got a slight bend in it and put it through the middle. That way I can hold on to it and hang it rather easy while I'm painting it. And of course, we're going to use fingernail polish that I got at the dollar store. Red. I want something red. I want something very, very red. Red is supposed to be a very good spring color. So hopefully this lure will do what I want it to do, and it will move very slow. I might have to put a couple coats of this on here. But I'm looking for a lure that is going to be high vibration, high visibility, high noise, what I call noise, and moves very, very slow. Let's speed this up. All right, well that dries before I put second and third coats on it and add some sparkle to it. I need to put a weight on it, and I want to keep the weight as light as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these brass weights that you normally would use for like a Texas rig or using soft plastics, and I'm going to modify it, and I'll show you why I'm going to modify it. What I'm going to do is you can kind of sort of see that there's a hole through there. I'm going to drill that hole bigger, but not all the way through. Okay, I used to have a machine shop in my basement, and I would work with all kinds of metal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my drill press, and I'm going to make the hole just a little bit bigger, and then I will show you why I'm making that hole just a little bit bigger on one side. All right, so I have this set up to drill out the center hole, and we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to take this handle off of the drill press here so it's not in the way of the camera. And we're just going to go with it. Let's take it out, see how we did. Oh. There we go. It's a good enough hole. I'll show you exactly why I wanted a hole with two different sizes. All right, so we have the good old Boggs tackle maker. I'm going to show you how to use this. Now, this was a little bit pricey, but I wanted to have it. You don't need to spend $200 on a wire bender to make any of the bends that I'm going to show you. You can do it with a pair of pliers, but this is just how I do it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our .051 stainless steel wire and put it in the tackle maker like this. I usually put it to about the 1 inch mark, and then all you're going to do is bring that around and bend it until it's a little hook like that. Now what I do is I turn it over like this. Now I have it like this. We'll put it in the other part and I'll show you how I wrap it around. All right, here we go. We're gonna make the wrap around. I like to put a lot of forward pressure. Oops, I bumped the camera. And I like a lot of wraps. And some people only wrap it once or twice. There we go. Pull it out. Oh, let's let it focus. Right there. Come on, focus. I don't want to focus. And you can see we get a nice, straight, professional looking wrap. Now I will cut that little nib off the end there and file it so it doesn't get caught on weeds or anything like that. But that's how I make my loops. All right, let's finish part 1 up. We got the body of the lure all finished. I gave it another coat of red. And you can see I added some gold sparkles to it. It actually looks really good. Very pleased with it. So take it off of this thing I used to paint them with. Now we're going to take a brass bead and just slip that on there just like that. This is our .051 wire, stainless steel wire. Now we're going to slip this on. There we go. And we'll be all ready for the hook. So now we get to this part where I show you what I'm going to do with this and why I hollowed this out. Let's get out our handy dandy digital caliper here. I use millimeters. Set that to 0. I need to know the depth of this hole that I drilled. And here's how we determine that. We take this end. Whoops, we gotta pull that out just a little bit more. We take this end and we put it into the hole that I drilled. After zeroing it out, of course. And we get 14.86 millimeters. So now what we have to do is measure 14.86 millimeters. Whoops, let me move that over. From the top of the plastic, only we need a little bit more. We're gonna go 17. This is gonna be hard for me to do. Whoops. Close enough. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this down like this. I hope you can see this. It's a little hard for me to do this, and make sure that's all the way at the end. And I'm going to make a mark with my black marker right there. Keep in mind, this is not an exact thing. If you're off a little, if I'm off a little bit one way or the other, this is actually still going to work. So now what I want to do is take some of this. This is that UV resin that I like to use. Turn this off so we don't waste the battery. And we're going to put a drop right there. Just a little tiny drop, that's all we need. Spin that around just a little bit. We're going to take this other tiny brass bead Oops, and we're going to slide it all the way down. To where the UV resin is. And give it a shot. That's probably long enough. I'm going to take another little dab, just a little tiny dab, that's all I need. This bottle is almost empty. Oh, that might be a little too much. That might be a little too much right there. Here, we'll just use this. Kind of get it in closer so you can see. You just need this bead to stay in the same spot that I put it in. That's probably long enough. Right there. Now we're going to take this bell. Oh, I just gave it away. And we're going to slip it over this. Oh, it's a little bit higher up than I thought. That's fine. And you can see how that moves. And what the point of that is that that's going to make a clicking noise in the water. When this goes through the water, it's going to hit against this and make like a ticking noise. At least hopefully that's what the intention is for me to do that. I might put a bead in there because I wanted this lower down. I don't really like that space right there. I might do something with that space. But that is it for now. Part 1. I will post part 2 when we do up the hook and add one other accessory to it. And then I'm actually going to take it out and test it. Y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching.